Out of everything you might think Amber Heard has lost, it is undoubtedly not work. The actor holds her ground in all her projects regardless of the massive hatred she is subjected to by the netizens. While she still stands strong and continues to get on board for more movies, the latest reports tell us that she has unlocked one more money-minting avenue in her life. Heard has been roped by an agency to give talks on domestic violence, and her remuneration for a single session is huge for just talking. Read on to know more about the same. Johnny Depp thinks Amber Heard was a poor man's Angelina Jolie. Report. Insiders recently got candid about Johnny Depp's feelings towards Angelina Jolie. Sources close to Johnny Depp recently weighed in on his major crush over Angelina Jolie. News regarding his feelings were brought forward by a source close to Globe. They were quoted saying Johnny's openly said one of his biggest regrets in life was settling for a poor man's version of Angie when he dated Amber. He's by no means given up on love. He's just incredibly picky and guarded these days, and that's one big thing he shares with Angie. Angie and Johnny both have a lot of battle scars and are still tough as hell, which is why a lot of their mutual friends think they'd be perfect for each other. Lawyers for Hollywood actor Johnny Depp said his ex-wife's claim she had donated her divorce settlement to charity was a calculated lie, as they sought permission to appeal a London High Court ruling which upheld that he was a wife-beater. Judge Andrew Nicol ruled last November that Depp had violently assaulted Amber Heard during their tempestuous 5-year relationship, at times putting her in fear for her life. He rejected Depp's claims the allegations were a hoax and his portrayal of his ex-wife as a gold digger. That decision came after 3 weeks of hearings where the count heard claims and counterclaims from Depp, 57, and Heard, 34, who accused each other of violent outbursts. Depp, star of films including Pirates of the Caribbean and Edward Scissorhands, had gone to the London court to sue the Sun newspaper and one of its journalists over an article that stated he had been violent towards Heard. Following Nicol's verdict, seen as highly damaging to Depp's career, the actor was asked to leave the Fantastic Beasts franchise, the movie spin-offs from the Harry Potter books and films. On Thursday, Depp's legal team asked the Court of Appeal for permission to challenge Nicol's findings, arguing the judge's ruling was plainly wrong. They said they wanted a retrial. If you are unaware, Amber and ex-husband Johnny Depp have had a bumpy ride for the past couple of years. Recently, Depp lost the libel suit against a tabloid that called him a wife-beater. The British judge had then ruled that the allegations against the Pirates of the Caribbean actor are credible. Now, as per We Got This Covered, the Harry Walker agency has roped in Amber Heard to be their speaker on domestic violence. Anyone who wishes to invite her to speak on the topic has to pay a sum of $33,000. The site even describes her speeches as profoundly moving. As per the portal, the site in the description writes, an outspoken advocate for women's rights and for the civil rights of survivors of all gender-based violence around the world. Amber Heard works with organizations that encourage survivors both personally and politically to come forward and reclaim their power. Amber makes frequent trips to DC to lobby and fight on behalf of the civil rights of women and the innumerable silent survivors of gender-based violence. Meanwhile, Amber Heard also continues to be a part of some massive projects. While she plays Mara in Aquaman 2, there is buzz that the studio is planning to give her a spin-off that will put her character in the center. Not just that, Amber is also set to replace Jason Momoa's Aquaman with her Mara in Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League. Depp's lawyers said they wanted to rely on new evidence that Heard had not given the $7 million from her 2016 divorce settlement to the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, CHLA, as she had said. This was a calculated and manipulative lie, they argued in written submissions, designed to present her as very virtuous and a victim, and if known would have cast her evidence in a different light. Depp's lawyer Andrew Caldecott told the court that Nicol had too glibly accepted Heard's version of events and had not conducted a judicial fact-finding exercise correctly. Asked if he thought Nicole had believed Heard's every word, Caldecott said yes. During the Libel trial last summer, Heard said Depp would turn into a jealous alter ego, the monster, after binging on drugs and alcohol and had threatened to kill her. Heard detailed 14 occasions of extreme violence when she said the actor choked, punched, slapped, headbutted, throttled, and kicked her, with Nicole accepting 12 of these accounts were true. Lawyers for newsgroup newspapers, publishers of The Sun, argued the arguments for an appeal were obviously wrong and misconceived. Newsgroup newspaper's lawyer, Sasha Wass, told the Court of Appeal the inference of Nichols' ruling was that he found Heard a compelling witness and that Depp lacked credibility. The learned judge did find on multiple occasions that Mr. Depp had lied, she said. Another newsgroup newspaper lawyer, Adam Wolanski, said the new evidence about the divorce money to support the gold digger theory, which he called a misogynistic trope, could have been obtained before the trial last year, and Heard could have been asked about it then. Wolanski said $950,000 to the ACLU and $850,000 to the CHLA had been by anonymous donors in her honor or designated as a donation from her, and she fully intended to fulfill her pledges. She said nothing dishonest in her witness statement whatsoever, Wolanski said. Court of Appeal judges Nicholas Underhill and James Dingemans said they would give their decision shortly on whether to allow an appeal to take place. In the conclusion of the case, Depp, 57, brought against The Sun, which had branded him a wife-beater in a 2018 article, Judge Andrew Nicole wrote, "The defendants have shown that what they published in the meaning which I have held the words to bear was substantially true." Substantially true, meaning that Depp has been declared a wife-beater. And in a Hollywood still reeling from the allegations against Harvey Weinstein and the impact of the #MeToo movement, major studios are no longer prepared to alienate millions of customers for the sake of one actor. So, Warner Bros. Did what any studio would, and parted ways with the man who was once among the most bankable stars in the world. After all, they have their brand to think of. And with 97 years in the business and a $14 billion turnover to protect, Depp was not a hill Warner Bros. Was prepared to die on. This has never happened to Depp before, and I am sure the response had to be worded this way because the studio released a statement saying they had parted ways with him. It would have been a real blow to his idealized self, which is why I am sure he will want to continue with his legal suits.